art and combat leadership. I developed a deep appreciation for the leadership of Lieutenant General Walton Walker, who overcame truly extraordinary challenges to hold off a North Korean People's Army attack long enough for General Douglas MacArthur to conduct his amphibious turning movement at Incheon. Soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines call such a purposeful visit to a battlefield or other historical site a staff ride. I have done many in my career, and know that to get the most out of the experience, the visit must involve far more than passive tourism. Before we visited Busan, we spent weeks preparing by reading about and discussing the Korean War. During our visit, specific leaders were assigned to lead purposeful discussions that would highlight key points from the battles that took place along the Nakdong River. Most importantly, we prepared to discuss what insights could be gained, internalized, and applied as we confronted our own leadership challenges. You can learn a great deal about the history of a place from a park ranger, but to understand and explore the leadership lessons requires a bit more work. Those willing to do the work will find that the rewards are great. I reflected on that single visit to Busan for the remainder of my career, and the lessons I drew from the Korean War informed how I approached my responsibilities as the Commandant of the Marine Corps and later as the Chairman. Accomplishing the impossible provides the listener with a staff ride experience. The history in these chapters is first-rate, but the real value is in the application of that history to contemporary leadership challenges. Most corporations have some form of leader development and succession planning. Most rely on experience and gradually expanded scope and scale of responsibilities to develop leaders. But in my view, truly successful leaders also take responsibility for their own professional development with a lifelong self-study and professional reading program. This book will be a valuable resource to any leader embarking on that journey. From the early days of not quite war in 1774 to the triumphal but forgotten forts built on the heights of Dorchester in March 1776 that forced the British out of Boston, this book brilliantly offers you a journey of leadership that will aid you in your own contemporary leadership and management challenges. The author, Bill Rapp, is uniquely qualified to lead the listener on such a historical leadership staff ride. I have been honored to get to know him along my journey and to watch him in action. He is an accomplished warrior and scholar, in addition to having combat leadership experience in command positions in 3 wars and a career characterized by a passion for his profession and leadership development. Bill Rapp was first captain of his class at West Point, won all 3 major awards at U.S. Army Ranger School, earned a doctorate in political science from Stanford, and was commandant at both West Point and the Army War College. As you listen to this book, I hope that you immerse yourself in the context of the day and the challenges faced by the various leaders. More importantly, I hope you take the experiences of Stark and others with you on your own journey of leadership. Joseph F. Dunford, Jr., General, United States Marine Corps, retired, 19th Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Introduction. History never repeats itself, but the kaleidoscopic combinations of the pictured present often seem to be constructed out of the broken fragments of antique legends. Mark Twain. Lexington Green, Old North Bridge, and Bunker Hill, all 3 conjure up images of outnumbered militiamen in buckskins fighting against British regulars in scarlet jackets and tall bearskin hats. Those children, still fortunate enough to have history in their school curriculum, often see only the romanticized history of the early American Revolution, while for most adults these events are of passing interest and rarely seen as having contemporary learning value. On the contrary, history has great